Say crouton receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Yeah. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They check it to 10. Hey.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Yeah, we're waiting.
On first down, Breeze. The connection made. It's Graham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Jets.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 5-9.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Breeze to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. Motion to the backfield. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down.
They run here with Singletary. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Devin Singletary with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check green 90. Green 80. 54 Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. All right. Let's go, D, let's go.
Run 80. Hey, Delta.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Breeze now on 1st down. Snead's got it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Stay with your man.
Here's Breeze. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now 180. 180.
Check 56. Let's get the ball.
Red. Load it.
Motion. Check safety. Check 9.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Jets' 44-yard line.
Nine. 180.
Here we go. Check three.
Plus right.
Say.
80 weapon.
He's
Room.
checking. Crash.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And an alley to run. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark Ingram. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I got it.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he loses the football a second time. And the Eagles have recovered. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready! Block 15!
Block 54. Oh, you got deep? Shift.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it! Load it! Done!
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After one, it's 13-6.
Done! Hey, Brown 80!
Right there, 56. Watch the run.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
I'm going back to you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
Zero.
Crunch. Check nickel.
Hey, 79! 79! White! Hey, Hunt!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
A gain of 15 yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
390!
56. Hey, get in the weight room.
Q.
I got you. 56.
White, 89!
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Okay. 190.
154. 154. Oh, yeah.
154.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Right there. 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, 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 hey. Hey,
Play action now. Rivers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
21. Bravo.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Check. Hey, echo.
Hey. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Breeze. It's complete to Snead. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 33-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Go.
Man, I got you. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Breeze going to throw. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Easy.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Darren Lee and the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Watch the ship. Hey, go orange. Watch the ship. Orange. Load it. Load it. Load it.
Rivers. He'll hit Jackson, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Good. Round 80. Right there. 56. Focus, defense, focus. 36. Fight. 61, matchbox lights. Q. Hey, Delta. 56 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's going to let this go deep for Jay. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here we go. You got it. 51 to Mike.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Double dog. That's the way. Alert flag. Alert flag.
0.
25.
They start the second half here with Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Hey. Tight go. Orange 5-4.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go white 90. Black 15.
Block 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Hey, easy.
Check three. He's coming. Double up.
Cluster.
He's coming. Double up.
White.
Check boys.
Alpha.
Switch it.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Get 180. Hey, Brown 80.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Shoot.
Q. Buffalo wall.
56.
Sweet hot.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
White 90. Keep it skinny.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Hey.
56.
Hey, orbit.
Watch QB drop. Showing it.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Who's that? Mike 50.
Hey, Rocket.
Mike 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Watch Twist. Watch twist. You draw Corker. Undercut.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hey, go Orange. Orange. Hey, Rocket.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Eagles, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Let's get in there. Kill.
Hey, 79.
Switch.
Load it. Wait, 89.
And again, it's Ingram. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ready. Yellow lady. I got you, punk.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. That'll be caught by Kupp. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check pass.
Singletary here running out of the gun.
Devin
back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready, 95-56.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
5-1.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. And down to the 16-yard line. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 78 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You're good, you're good. High 4, ready. Back, back, back.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Hey, easy.
Kill, kill, kill.
Ready, take.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready? 5-9. 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Hey, Zoo.
These babies cry all the way back home.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Duke Johnson His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets 38.
Check 390. Not 180.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
49, check 49, check 49.
Buffalo one. Hey.
Check the call, check the call.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Ready. 390.
56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Done. 190.
56. Check 56. I'm coming.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's our field.
That's caught by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
95, 56. Kill. Hey, easy. Hey, kill.
51. 51. Watch the run.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Come on, D.
Breeze now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Yellow lady.
I'm on.
Now Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Let's go.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Devin Singletary with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They're going to need some therapy.
Ingram again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Set 180! Run 80!
54 miles. Come on,
On 2nd down, it's Ingram.
Come on.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Philadelphia, the preparation